Welcome to the Industrial Engineering Notebook. The purpose of this channel is to give an intuitive understanding of industrial engineering principles. We're going to ask some questions and we're going to make some lists. Number 1, who for? Who's this channel for? At the top of this list, college. That's who for. If you're in college and it's the night before an exam or you got 2 hours to your homework to do, you're trying to figure out a concept, it just doesn't make sense, I get it. Come to this channel, and my hope is that these videos can give you an intuitive understanding of these concepts so you can go in with confidence to that exam and you can get that homework done efficiently. I never want you to be in a position where you feel like you have to pay a website for answers to your homework. You know as well as I do, as well as your professors know, that you're not going to remember the paid answers on the other side. What you're really going to remember are the answers you were able to come to on your own because you understood the material. Your degree should not be an accumulation of all the answers you paid for in school. The degree should be something that you've earned by figuring out these problems so that you are ready to move into the workforce. So number 1, college. Number 2, professional. Maybe you've been in manufacturing for a while and some industrial engineering type projects all of a sudden have started showing up on your desk and you don't know what to do with them. This channel's for you too. And hopefully once you have an understanding of these IE principles, IE being short for industrial engineering, hopefully once you have an understanding of these principles, you'll be able to help the bottom line of your company. Number 3, artiste. Maybe you're an artist. I don't know. It's just something that's not engineering, something that's very opposite engineering. This channel is for you too. Maybe you just clicked on this video because you thought it was interesting. Well, welcome. You are allowed to do things just because you find them interesting. Maybe you find some practical applications of these principles in your daily life. Maybe you don't. That's okay too. Welcome. The next list, the next question we're going to ask here is what does an industrial engineer do? There are people with PhDs in IE who are unable to give you a clear definition of industrial engineering because they want to make it seem like it is something that pretty much means whatever you want it to mean. But on this channel, I'm going to give you a specific definition. Lean in close because it's about to get really complicated. Make factories more efficient. That's it. Naturally, this will spill over into other fields of study, but industrial engineering proper, at its core, is to make factories more efficient. Last list here, video categories. This list title is not as fun as the other ones, but that's okay, we're going to move on. There are 2 categories here. Number 1 is foundations. If you studied engineering in college, you know that the first 2 years are pretty much just foundations. It's just learning the foundational math and physics to do your job well. Factories are complicated, confusing, and dangerous places, so if you don't have the underlying math and physics to understand it with, you're not going to do well there. Category number 2 is applications. Some videos are just going to be about how are we applying the foundational math and physics in the factory. And I'm just going to use a running example of a widget factory. I think sometimes people like to stray away from those because it's too boring or I don't know what. But I find that it's really helpful just to have a general model. So you and I, we're going in on a widget factory together. It's going to be great. We're going to look at all kinds of scenarios and we're going to make this the most efficient widget factory there is. Let's get started.